think hip-hop is had a major role. You know what I'm saying? You think about artists like Ludacris, you know, and Jay-Z who were, you know, hard campaigning, you know, as far as Obama is concerned. You think about, you know, Occupy Wall Street and how many artists were a part of that and speaking out on their belief. You're talking about Immortal Technique, David Banner, you know what I'm saying, people like that. So, I mean, at some point there's some people that most of the content they get via politics, via social issue, they get from music. They listen to music and they hear it via a song, you know. And so, you know, I think as far as us as artists, we really need to take heed of that and then really try to, at some rate, put some kind of political content, something important, some kind of subject matter type music. Because there's people that's listening literally, you know what I'm saying? I got a record called I Don't Want to Be Another Nigga, another naive individual glorifying greed and encouraging racism. And it was, a lot of people asked me, like, what made me talk about that? I was like, because racism isn't over, you know. And being from where I'm from is such a strong topic and issue. I just felt like it was important that I bring that back up and I kind of discredit that word a little bit and kind of reverse it on a person that would call you that. How I was raised, brother, you know what I'm saying? My grandmother instilled a lot of morals in me, you know, and where I'm from, it's still that whole it takes a village to raise a child kind of mentality. And then people know me, you know, like I got people around me that's been around me since I was 13 years old. And they know who I am as a person. If I ever step out of line, they'd be like, man, you slipping. You know what I'm saying? So I just don't, I want to be the kind of artist where when you see me out on the street, it's the same as my music. You know what I'm saying? And it's always going to be some kind of content, something important in one of these songs. You know, you just got to find it kind of thing. You know, and I just don't want to mislead people, brother. That's really the most important thing to me. Public Enemy, of course, you know what I'm saying? Pac, you know, even Biggie, from the aspect of the street, you know what I'm saying, the street life and how it is to be in the streets and want to get to a point where you can get out of the streets. You know, of course, Nas, you know, it's a lot of artists, man, UGK, Outkast, Dungeon Family, Goody Mob. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? And I listen to a lot of soul music too, brother. So we talking about artists like Willie Hutch and Bobby Womack, and, you know, Curtis Mayfield. You know, just listening to these artists, man, that really kind of poured their soul out in their music and want to be the kind of artists that made timeless music like that. You know, music that could carry on through generations that would still impact people the same way it impacted me when I was, you know what I'm saying, when I was younger. So, yeah, man. Crazy. Musically, spiritually, just get up and get out and do something with yourself. You know what I'm saying? You know, and then it's kind of one of those things. She was one of the first. She was one of the people that would hear my music before anybody heard it, cause I was in her living room making it. So I'd be playing it out loud, and she danced to it. You know what I'm saying? And I know everybody else gonna like it. You know what I'm saying? And that was kind of the way of testing my music. And then even with the content, it was like one of those things where she was like, now, when people go to listen to your music, are you going to say something worth listening to? You know, and she used to always ask me that, and then when I started moving off, she'd be like, always remember where you're from, keep your integrity, you know, especially when, you know, money and the different people you meet, you always got to stay true to yourself. And so, I mean, it's an everyday struggle, but I think I'm doing my best to make music that reflects me, music that she would be proud of. Some of it I'm still cussing here, so apparently, but you know, I'm from Mississippi, man. I just want to tear down a lot of stereotypes, a lot of barriers, brother. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I mean, because it's like when it comes to news, especially as far as hood is concerned, or the ghetto or the streets, most people get it from music. You know what I'm saying? Like, and we could definitely consider us the kind of the artistic, the canvas painters of the street, or the poverty of have-nots. You know what I'm saying? The CD is wax is an open canvas to write about what goes on in today's society of somebody that's lower class, middle class, you know. And I think people are definitely doing their best to utilize it, you know, the best ability without trying to promote their album per se, you know. Because you could definitely be the kind of artist that you want to be political, you want to be upfront and talk about social issues, but you don't want people to think you're just trying to promote your album. Oh, yeah. I think, but music overall is definitely a voice for the people. Music is the only language that everybody speaks, I think. You know what I'm saying? And I think now more than ever, people are starting to mash genres of music together just to get the overall point across. You know what I'm saying? That this is an art, and we all feel blessed to do this. You know what I'm saying? And if I do a song with Andre 3000 or Adele or Coldplay, it's just like, man, it's art now. You know what I'm saying? Let's all work for the greater good of making the best music possible. I mean, definitely just from the sense of standing up and being like, okay, we're kind of tired of being ignored. You know what I'm saying? If rappers have a voice, if a rapper goes say something on a song and he goes gold or platinum, that's 500,000 million people that heard him say this one line. You know what I'm saying? And that can definitely be impactful via politics. You know, especially on some like, oh, we tired of being mistreated in this way. You know, let's give this person a try. You know, and not even to say a lot of these rappers are saying it in their lyrics, but the fact that millions of people would even pay attention when they be like, yo, I'm voting for Obama, I believe in change. And, you know, it's going to be somebody that was like, you know what, I'm going to do my research. That sounds like a good idea. Let's see what happens, kind of thing. You know, and it's even with just today's society and all, not even with just politics, but with everything, spirituality, you know, to find an artist that will tell you, yo, I believe in God and I'm a God-fearing man. You know, that may put somebody in a position, you know what, I'm going to go to church, you know. So it's like, you always got to be careful because there's a good and a bad with that, you know.
Early morning, kinda sleepy, still yawning, log on die toning, forever phoning for a blessing. Will you help me get my ass up out the bed and go? God love me cause he said it so. Don't look away.